Raceview Network's Inside is sponsored by the American Quarter Horse Association and by the Oklahoma Quarter Horse Racing Association.
Hello, and welcome to Raceview Network's Inside. I'm Taylor Van Beber. The 2017 Bank of America Racing Challenge season is now in full swing as tracks in the U.S., Mexico, and Brazil have already run challenge events. Remington Park will soon host 3 graded challenge races. The winners get invitations to the championships in October at Prairie Meadows. Let's go inside the Racing Challenge at Remington Park. On Sunday, May 14th, the RP card is highlighted by the Grade 3 AQHA Distance Challenge at 870 yards. The Grade 3 Marial Distaff Challenge, when older fillies and mares travel 400 yards. And the Bank of America Remington Park Championship Challenge, a Grade 2 test for the older horses at the classic distance of 440 yards. On April 29th, time trials were run for all 3 races. This trial for the 400-yard Marial Remington Distaff Challenge produced 3 qualifiers for the May 14th final. Number 4, Honeymoon Candy, the 1 horse, Sassy Irish Lassie, and the winner, number 2, You're the One in My Heart.
It's going to be You're the One in My Heart on top by almost a half length.
Trained by John Hammis, You're the One in My Heart posted the 2nd fastest qualifying time with Debbie Freeman in the irons. She has 3 wins from 8 starts with more than $48,000 in earnings. Running 3rd in this trial was Honeymoon Candy, conditioned by Stacy Charette Hill. The mare finished 3rd in last year's Remington Distaff Challenge, followed by a win in Prairie Meadows' version of the same race. The fastest qualifier for the Distaff Challenge came from this trial, as did 6 other finalists. The top 3 from this race, number 5, Black's Cartel, Cocoa Wagon, number 1, and the 9 horse, Time for Wine, who set the fastest time of the night.
Time for Wine drifts in a bit, but flies home easily, a winner by almost 2.
Time for Wine is the defending national champion in the Distaff, having first won the Sam Houston Distaff Challenge last year, then taking the Grade 1 Marial Distaff Championship at Los Alamitos. The 5-year-old mare is trained by John Weghorst for owner Pete Scarmato. James Flores rode Time for Wine in the trial. Look for him to return in the final on May 14th. Last year's Challenge Championships at Los Alamitos saw a jubilant Ramon Gussi pilot Rare Ed to victory in the Grade 1 Andrini Distance Championship. On May 14th at RP, 8 horses will vie for the opportunity to run in the 2017 Distance Championship at Prairie Meadows. Among them are the top 5 finishers in this trial on April 29th. The winner was Admiral Zumwalt, who posted the 4th fastest time for the Grade 3 final. He just started running at 870 yards last year after 19 starts in shorter, straightaway races. The top 3 finalists for the RP Distance Challenge came from this trial. Number 3, Just a Little Rusty, the 2 horse, Give It to Shaq, and the leader, From Wire to Wire, number 1, the Speed Professor. While setting the fastest qualifying time for the RP Distance Challenge, the Michelle Hurdle trainee posted a 101 speed index, just what you expect from a horse named the Speed Professor.
It's pretty awesome. Yeah, his name definitely fits him.
A winner of 3 of 5 races at 870 yards, the Speed Professor is owned by Darling Farms. For his trainer, having the top qualifier for the Remington Distance Challenge brings a mixed bag of feelings.
I really don't like that because I would like to not go in the fastest time because I feel like he had to use a lot, but he came back really well, and I don't think it'll take too much to freshen him up for the finals.
We'll look at some of the leading candidates in the Bank of America Remington Park Championship Challenge after this short break.
You're not just my horse. You're my family. I may hold the reins, but you hold my heart.
Remington Park is the only track in the Racing Challenge program whose challenge races are all graded. Topping the card on May 14th is the Grade 2 Bank of America Remington Championship Challenge. Here's a few of the leading candidates in the 440-yard test. The 7-year-old, Rockin' Disco, has extensive experience in the Racing Challenge program. Starting as a 2-year-old, he's run in 5 challenge finals at 3 different tracks, as well as 3 challenge championship events. For the 3rd year in a row, Rockin' Disco qualified for the 2017 Rimington Championship Challenge in this trial. He's trained by Tammy K. Johnson. Benito Baca was in the irons for the trial. From the same trial came finalist Riverwind, the 4-horse, and the 6, Skybo Dash.
The Skybo Dash and Riverwind. Skybo Dash on top, finals to length. Riverwind second.
Riverwind qualified with the 5th fastest time. Owned by Joe Williams and trained by Michelle Hurdle, Riverwind is another with reasonable success in challenge races, having run second in both the 2014 Remington Championship Challenge and later that year in the Grade 1 Challenge Championship at Prairie Meadows.
He really made us proud when he went to the championship in Iowa. It made our year that year by running second there.
Skybo Dash is one of the 2 championship finalists coming from the powerful Trey Wood training stable. The 4-year-old's career has had its ups and downs, but Skybo Dash is back on the high side, according to assistant trainer Paul Leal.
We gave him a little prep race about 3-4 weeks ago to get him ready for the trials, and he kind of ran okay. You know, we weren't very happy, but we were pleased that we got a race in him to get him prepped for the trials. And Trey said all of a sudden, he says, you know what, I took off the blinkers one morning off this horse, and he went around that track like a champ. He says, we're going to take off the blinkers and run him and see what he does. Well, they say the proof in the pudding. You know, the trials Saturday night, he ran lights out, and we were really happy with the way he ran without the blinkers.
The 3 fastest qualifiers for the Remington Championship Challenge came from this trial on April 29th. The 7-horse Boogie Special Dash, number 5, Torts on Fire, and the 2 EOS Corona and Chicks, who posted the fastest time of all finalists.
Boogie Special Dash coming on, but not in time. EOS Corona and Chicks holds on to win it by a half length.
EOS Corona and Chicks is on a 3-race win streak that started at Zia Park last November when he broke his maiden after 7 attempts. Jockey Omar Reyes was in the saddle in the trial for the Remington Championship Challenge. Torts on Fire is the 2nd horse in the Championship Challenge, conditioned by Trey Wood. An earner of more than $421,000, he was a 2-year-old standout after taking the Grade 1 Texas Classic Futurity in 2014. Lightly raced in 15 and 16, Torts on Fire was then pointed to the Championship Challenge at RP.
When he broke the other night, he broke really well for him because he's about 16 and a half hands tall. And, you know, he doesn't break real sharp like the smaller horses do, but he broke really nice the other night and gave himself a chance and ran a really nice 2nd place.
Torts on Fire should be highly regarded by the public when he goes postward in the Grade 2 Bank of America Remington Park Championship Challenge Sunday, May 14th.
Oklahoma Quarter Horse Racing Association encourages the breeding and ownership of Oklahoma-bred horses, promotes and protects racing opportunities in the state, and represents our members' interest at the state capitol. Learn more at oqhra.com.
Raceview Network's Inside is sponsored by the Oklahoma Quarter Horse Racing Association and by the American Quarter Horse Association.
Again, topping the card at Rimington Park on Sunday, May 14th, 3 major races, all part of the Bank of America Racing Challenge. Winners of these events are eligible to go on to the Challenge Championships on October 14th at Prairie Meadows. So another great reason to come out and see the world's fastest athletes in action at Remington Park here in Oklahoma City. I'm Taylor Van Beber for Raceview Network's Inside.